Hey Shooby Doodlers, look, I got a top hat, white tie and tails. Well, I got the white tie anyway, because next week I am going somewhere very, very special. I'll tell you all about it afterwards next week. And I don't want a white tie, I want a tie with drawings all over it. Is that possible? Let's not talk about it. Let's do it. Tie off eBay. This is a blank, 100% silk, apparently, handmade in China. I want this tie to be representing myself as a children's author, so to do that I really need to have one of my characters, or kind of something like that. So I'm getting a bit of marker pad paper, which is reasonably thin, and I'm just going to roughly work out the shape so it's reasonably thin enough to see what's underneath. Okay, I reckon I need to start about there. I don't want to get it big enough but not too big, and going any higher it's narrowing, it'll have to get smaller. And this is the Ginger Ninja, who is my most favourite character that I've written. So this is Ginger. If you've never read the Ginger Ninja, then he's a happy little kitten at school until Tiddles arrives. You can see already he's troubled. These are his eyebrows. So this is planning it out, and I want that to come right to the edge there. So it's going to be very interesting because I think I have to work quite quickly here. Luckily I've got a spare in case I make a mistake. They were going really cheap. There were just these two on eBay, so that was to start around about here. So it's bleeding. This ink is bleeding like mad. I am not sure about this. I wonder whether there's another kind of ink that I can use. I'll just have to carry on. I think the real technical difficulty here is that it needs the ink needs to dry waterproof. If it doesn't do that, then the whole thing's going to be a total disaster. Now the problem here is also that we have hundreds and hundreds of stripes to do. I think I'm going to do the whole of him and see what happens. Well, what's going to happen when I try to colour it in? Probably going to do much the same and bleed all over the place. Those eyes just aren't right, but maybe I can kind of do something with them afterwards. Is it good enough to wear? I don't think it is somehow. I'm going to turn it over and do some experiments with this pen. Now you can see, look, if I turn it over here, you can really see how this is bleeding in here. Whereas here, that is pretty good actually. I think it's because it's drying so much quicker being alcohol based. I think I'm going to have to start again. But I think I've got to do a bit more testing. Does it bleed into the black there? Okay, I'm starting again on my second tie. I know this seems terribly wasteful, but it's the only way to do it. The orange might well bleed, so I'm going to do kind of the minimal amount of ink work to start off with. And then I'll do all the kind of cross-hatching and stuff at the end on top of the orange. I got some more orange on order, but it's not going to be here in time, I don't think, for this video. We'll see. I'm going to put the eyeballs in now because I feel that's how you kind of communicate with the character, if that makes any sense at all. And if as soon as I put the eyeballs in, it's that old thing about, you know, the eyes are the windows of your soul business. And as soon as I put the eyes in, then I kind of feel I'm kind of connected to the character. Go over some of this ink work a bit later. Is this forcing the black to bleed in places? Was that line there before? I don't think it was. I think colouring it in is making the black line kind of bleed outwards. Maybe I'm imagining that. I'm going to add a little bit of pinkness to these toes. Oh, you see, that's making it bleed. A bit of pinkness on these paws. And now I'm going to go back to the black to put in all this cross-hatch detail. Three little freckles on each side like that. Of course, there are whiskers. And then his stripes, I always call them pyramids. I've always called them pyramids. I'm sure people are going to be watching this and say, oh, you should have used something or other brand fabric pens. Which is all very good, but then it's too late, hasn't it? He's looking good, except for those eyes which are spread, which was exactly what I didn't want to happen. Now, this character is Tiddles, and he's the school bully. So I'm just going to very, very lightly draw in the details, and then I know I'm going to want his paws that are coming up here. And then some of this is going to go over the side, so eventually I'm going to have to kind of draw it around on the other side there. And Tiddles is this kind of weird green colour. I know cats aren't really green, but I think there are certain kind of tabby cats that do kind of look green. There, did you see that? See, not all Copic colours are the same, are they? So as I go near the black, it kind of bleeds it. Oh! Well, it's lucky, certainly luckier that I hadn't completely coloured that all in, isn't it? Oh, I can hear my cat. I can hear my cat meowing outside. Oh, wanting to come in. Oh, she's come in now. And she's going to want to get up on my lap in a moment to see what I'm doing. Oh, and here's my very old cat has come along. She wants to know what is happening. Oh, look, it's Ginger. There you are. I don't know if you can hear my cat purring, can you? She's sitting on my lap while I'm doing this. Now, I'm thinking this is looking a bit of a mess at the moment, but I'm hoping it will all come together. Although I quite like this kind of blotchy watercolour-y effect. Okay, so now I'm going to put this black ink on the top, which is... This is obviously the way to do it. He has these very heavy eyebrows. And the nice thing about Tiddles is he's just big and horrible, and well, that's not the nice thing, but he is big and horrible, but he kind of doesn't comb his hair every morning, and so I can just pretty much scribble in his stripes. I'll do a bit more under there. And then we're going to have lots of stripes under here as well. So I think that's looking pretty good so far. Here we are on my selfie stick, and it's kind of finished. The front is finished anyway, and I've got to do all the back and I've got to do the inside. But I need to edit the video before I've finished the whole thing. Maybe I'll show it to you next week. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, why not go and have a look at my very first YouTube video in September 2008 or something, 7 years ago, and all the lights fell off the camera and everything went wrong. It's quite funny. Anyway, try that or try the mystery drawing. Either way, make sure you are subscribed to the Shoo Rayner drawing channel for lots more drawing videos, and in the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.